The guy that sent in an email for today's second date update said in it, "Help. I want to get a second date, and I also need to convince her that I'm not a murderer."
Oh, my God.
Sounds like a...
I think maybe we can do that. His name is Riley. He's on the phone right now. Riley, before we do your second date update and convince her of that, first you're going to have to convince us that you're not a murderer.
I promise you I'm not a murderer.
Okay, well, why would the girl that you want to call today think that you might be some sort of psycho killer?
One thing after another happened. It kept going wrong, and I didn't even end up going on the date.
Oh, so you got arrested by the police and then questioned in authority, and somehow were able to talk your way out of it and actually be on the phone with us now.
No. That didn't get that far at all. I just creeped her out, and it was just an unfortunate series of events.
What do you mean you creeped her out? How'd you creep her out?
Well, here's what happened. I had went over to the mall, and while I was shopping over there, I had this girl helping me out. We were flirting a little bit. She was really nice. Felt like we had a bit of a connection, and I said, hey, maybe we can hang out sometime.
Mm-hmm.
So by the end of the week, I called her up. I said, do you want to go to this little sports bar I like? It's just a casual little place. And I said, do you want to meet me there? She told me she didn't drive. So I offered to pick her up.
Okay.
That's nice.
This all sounds very uncreepy so far.
Yeah.
Well, so I went to pick her up, and she lives kind of a little farther out of the way. So she comes out, and she is looking really good, way even better than she did when I saw her at the mall. So,
Yeah.
Nice.
They often look better when they take off their Sparrow outfits. You've been on so many dates with those girls. They really do. They clean up nicely.
Hey, what's her name? You never gave us her name.
Oh, it's Ellie.
Ellie. Okay.
Okay.
Ellie gets in your car, and that's when she felt like she was going to be murdered? Or
No. So I really didn't know the area too well where she lives, so I start making my way down to the restaurant, and I know I got to get on this one highway, so I'm looking for it. I'm making turns, and I'm really not seeing anything familiar, and I keep making more turns, and
Why aren't you just asking her for directions if this is where she's from?
well, it's kind of like a guy thing. Like, we don't really ask, men don't really ask for directions.
Yeah, he's
not
right.
me, man. I use my GPS. I pull over even if my GPS is working to ask people. I'll ask
I got the
anybody.
GPS on my phone, but I had